Scotty Crasher crew. Sorry for not posting in a while. I've just been too lazy, man. Yeah, it's been a very tough round and lost about 9,000 ranks, as you can see. But I'm confident that my team can push on next week, and we can push out a big score. Hopefully over 900 this week. Get over that 800 average. I have a bit in the bank too, so I think I'm willing to spend it. I'm not looking at any of these new, any of these a million halves like Cleary or Hines or Payne Haas or Yo. So I think I'm just gonna upgrade these players. Very bad this week performance. I know a lot of people are affected by Terrell May with only like 25 minutes. Tohu Harris, he played pretty poorly as well, and Cam Murray had him as my captain. Should have captained Reece Robson. Maybe I would have saved some of my ranks. But I'm keeping it. Gonna make it as fast as I can to analyze these last games. Okay, so let's get to it. So this is round 6. What am I up to? So the first round, at least Katoa, he put on a show, but take away those tries, he's getting about 40 to 50 to 60, 50 to 60 points. Take away the tries and line breaks, so I don't think you can look at him for a pickup. Who I'll be looking at is a Sean Blaw, 526. He's probably going to be like a Carpius Paul there, so could have the high 50 or could have that low 40. So yeah, we'll get onto Carpius Paul next round. Jerome Hughes, he's a definitely potential pickup. If you want to trade that Jamal Fogarty down to a Jerome Hughes, if you want to. Paddy Carrigan. A lot of people bought him when Payne Haas was gone, so well done if you bought him. He's been getting you the good points. Harry Grant didn't perform as well as Reece Robson did, luckily. So, but apparently Kaha wants to copy all my team, so he took Reece Robson instead of Harry Grant. He was copying my team. So stop telling your head-to-head to copy your team, because they're just gonna have your whole team in their team. So, Ezra Mam, he was pretty good, but those tries, man, carried a lot of his score. But you can probably expect a try from him every game, so probably looking at a 40 average maybe. Arthurs had a blinder that day. Who else should we look at? Cam Munster, he's gonna lose a couple of money till he gets back into that prime form that we've seen him last year by the mid to the end of the year. Yeah, I don't think he's a pickup though, just because of Origin, and potentially after Origin he will be down to about 600k. Then that's when I'm going to look at him to buy. Billy Walters, does he get the half position? Not really a big idea, but I think Jock Madden will slide in there for Adam Reynolds. But Adam Reynolds looks keen to play, so he'll probably come back in about 2 weeks' time. Smoothie, don't buy him. Got carried by the minutes when Reynolds went off, so Bentakura, we'll see at the team list. We'll see in the cop drop or stop. Hopefully with Gus. Yeah, we'll see if he's in the team list next week. Could be a potential pickup, but entirely unlikely. Renault, sell him. I don't think a lot of people own him anyway. 6.4% actually. That's a pretty good pot option, but not anymore. He's injured. Chester Sailor, not a pickup. No one else here. Really, Xavier Coates performed poorly, but despite all of those kicks that he caught. And yeah, that's the first game. Bulldogs v Roosters. This is a very good game for those and a very bad game for those like me. Burden, 82 points. That trifecta, potential pickup. If he goes back down to that 630k, you could look at him. But with those tries in that, man, like usual, he's probably a 40 to 60 point scorer there. Keary, didn't really notice that he got that many points, but apparently he did. I can see a lot of tackles made from him, which is unusual, and no missed tackles, so that's pretty good. Egan Butcher, he was surprisingly on there more than Nat Butcher. Where was Nat Butcher that game? Nat Butcher. Ah, he didn't even play. Mind me if I'm wrong. But Egan Butcher doesn't look like he will get a long-term spot there. Especially if Angus Crichton's taking up all the minutes. But I don't think Angus Crichton will get that 80 minutes again. He'll probably get the 60 to 70, 50 to 60 minutes. Just because Terrell May, some of his minutes were gone out the window for some reason. I don't know why. But they took his minutes and they chucked them on Angus Crichton. So, yeah. Joe Manu looked pretty good at fullback. He could take that fullback from Tedesco. So, I might look at buying him. But, really feel like buying K-Ponga instead. Max King. He performed pretty well, as you can tell. And got 39 tackles, which is absolutely insane. 54 tackles from Reid Marnie though. That's even more insane. But yeah, 39 tackles as a prop that plays 60 minutes is pretty beastly there. Kick out, nah, don't. He could be a potential buy, but he looked pretty wobbly at the end of the game there. Does play 80 minutes though. 4 missed tackles, but the guy Dom Young, man, he just let him through a lot. So that's really what carried his points. Dom Young just decided to let him through every time. Who else do we look at here? Sam Hughes. What an absolutely beastly game. Lucky. I don't know what was up with these Bulldogs. They just switched around the starting lineup, so it just stuffed up pretty much everyone's team. Curran scoring less than Hughes, but still scoring pretty good. Getting 10k from that. 45 points, 46 tackles, but if he fixes up their missed tackles, he should be good. Brandon Smith looks like he's getting the minutes now, I think, but highly unlikely, just because of Connor Watson. But 34 of that much is pretty bad. He won't miss that many tackles in every game though, so pretty safe. James Salmon moved to the centre as usual, which is so annoying for people that own him. 31 tackles though, 1 missed tackle, which is pretty solid out of the centre. Plus, he doesn't really look very dangerous in the centre. Drew Hutchinson. 6 missed tackles. I don't know how he's missing this many tackles. He looks pretty sharp out on defense, but if he just fixes up those missed tackles, he's definitely a hold for a long term. Just because he likes to hog the ball a lot as well. Kiraz, a lot of high-end fantasy owners own him, so another bad game from him. Bronson Sherry, a lot of people were talking him up, but I don't think he's there just yet with his performances. But he should be able to slowly get into the game. Looks pretty strong when he takes them hit-ups. Terrell May, what the heck happened to him? Why did he just lose 1 million minutes? So, yeah, this goes back to Angus Crichton. Do we buy him knowing that Terrell May didn't play that much minutes? That's the biggest question with those two. Michael Jennings. What a beast, man. He's like the only one that wanted it out there. Wanted that W, but might not be there next week. Toby Sexton. Not enough minutes. Tipanua, 13 points. Went and played center just for that little bit because they had 2 players off. Stephen Crichton just keeps on losing that money. He might be a potential pickup soon. I might wait until he gets one more low score, loses a whole bunch of money, and 400k, might have to jump on him like that. Harrison Edwards, he's out, so looks like Sam Hughes is getting some more minutes. And all these 3 main players are out. Guess who had James Tedesco? Me. Everyone had James Tedesco. Sad, man. Sammy Walker. Potential pickup later on in the year. And Dom Young. Yeah. I don't really know about him, man. Moving on to this game. Ponga, obviously good as always now. It should be getting around 70 to 80. That's what I'm expecting from him. Gonna captain him next week. Dylan Lucas, 72. With that try though, it was a very, very good try. So probably around a 60 point without the try. Zach Lomax, he is looking pretty good out there recently at wing. Imagine if he didn't miss those tackles. He'd score 82 points. That's pretty amazing from him. He has that dual position as well. So if you really want to trade out like a Taylor May to him, then go for it. Ben Hunt, he's been performing pretty good this year, but too expensive for his average. So Jack DeBellin, playing prop now, so I don't really think anyone was going to look at him. Leo Thompson though, he was looking pretty fresh out there. He's looking pretty good, running pretty hard and all that. 44 minutes for 54 points, so good jump on him lately. Pause. Jacob Little, he had an absolutely good game as well. 51 points, 53 tackles. That's Cam McInnes right there, and back in the Dragons. So Carpier's poor. Everyone owned him after last round. Gained 28k, but didn't really produce the score that we wanted. So thankfully, I kept Morgan Smithies and didn't buy Carpier's Paul. Because Morgan Smithies could probably get that roll over Corey Horsburgh. We'll get to him later. Jaden Sewer. Looking pretty good, man, but not really fantasy relevant. Eisenhuth might get the mid-edge position. We'll see. Sloan. Nah. Moses Sully. Falano, 20% ownership. Thankfully I sold him earlier. And yeah, Jack Bird injured as well. Keeps on losing wholly 170 odd K, 140 odd K. And this is a pretty good game. Sean Johnson's making his money back. Charles Klukstad looked pretty good as well, except for that start when he got his ankle broken. Tamari Martin, is he a pickup for people that need a halfback or needing to cash down? Maybe he could be, but I don't really think. I wanted him personally, but 400k, bit pricey there, and yeah, we don't really need to. We need to see how he plays. Mitch Barnett, mid edge position. Just a lot of tackles, man. 35. And a lot of meters. Jackson Ford scored that try. He's been looking pretty good, but not really fantasy relevant. Gained all his cash last year. Damien Cook, he's 6 up. He's the first Rabbitohs up there, and yeah, he might be coming back to form. You never know. Adam Fanor Blake, still performing really good for his minutes. Wade Egan, he's looking pretty good out there as well. Murray. He had a 50, and then it dropped down to 48. Couple of mistakes and 2 missed tackles, but definitely a shorter term hold. Kioma Kalomatangi, don't really know how he got that many points. He got pretty low. All of the Rabbitohs were pretty low. Totola though, that's not low. That's not low for him, especially for his 56 minutes played. And yeah, for the whole lot of people that owned him, still gaining a lot of money. Tohu Harris though, it's minus 6k. Didn't really look as special as he usually did. Just kept on hitting that short ball too much. RTS, just kept on rushing that center, but he never really got anything wrong. Just got that one error on the sideline. Jacob Host, I don't think a lot of people own him. I think First owns him and that's it, but Rocco Berry, alright. Who else do we look at here? Bunty. He got a whole bunch of minutes, but apparently he's gonna get injured. And yeah, I was looking at him as well at the 322k. He looked pretty sharp out there. but not enough minutes. Tallis Duncan, hopefully he stops taking my minutes from my boy Cam Murray so he can get his points up. And Chanel Harris-Tavita, fighting for that position. Seagulls vs Panthers. What an absolute gun game from the fullbacks. Dylan Edwards, 67 points. A lot of people in my head-to-head have DE and DCE. So DCE 86 points, but a lot of missed tackles and errors. And Dylan Edwards and Tonto Boyovich. Why would I sell this guy, man? Let's look at this guy's profile. So of course he's gonna gain money when I buy Mitch Moses. I know a lot of people have sold him as well. So yeah, that's pretty unlucky for me and for a lot of other people. But of course he wants to show up in one of the hardest games that I thought. And yeah, it's just something you gotta do. Don't just hold the holds, man. Isaiah Yeo, always performing, despite not playing 80 minutes, 65 minutes for 64 points, so that's pretty gun. Olakwatu, performing for his price point. 12-4 for Sipley, 606k. Last year he was like 300k, which is pretty weird, man. Schneider, kept on not passing to my boy Taylor May, along with Jerome Luai. Only at the end I really saw Taylor May touch the ball. Tango underperformed as well. Taylor May barely got the ball, missed some tackles, made an error, so losing another 30k. So Jerome Luai, no, I don't think he's a pickup anymore, despite having to show up. But Schneider's looking like he's taking the place. Kohler got that lucky ass try. Don't know how he made that try. Got a whole bunch of points from it. Got a whole bunch of points from just meters and tries. So that was pretty stupid. So Brooksy going back downhill, man. Chaboyevich, Benny Burbo, he had a blinder on the center. He looked better at center than an edge. So we'll look forward to seeing him. So Liam Martin could be a potential pickup if he gets too low. Tor didn't get the ball that much as well. Also that forward pass from Taylor May apparently. Laurie May, I think it was. Laurie's losing a lot of money, so if he gets some more minutes or another half gets injured, jump on him straight away. He looks pretty good out there. Fisher Harris, I don't know what happened to his minutes, just decided to delete. So Eisenhuth didn't even get that much minutes either. And Moses didn't get that much minutes. He did, but didn't get that much points. So, yeah, man. Garrick as well. The 7.8% that owned him, unlucky. He is injured for a while now. So, is this the second last game or the third last game? Yeah, third last game here. Uto Ikamanu. So, see, he is scoring beastly now. 66 minutes for 77 points. Where's the offloads at? 2 offloads. Yeah, a whole bunch of tackle breaks, a whole bunch of tackles leading to them offloads. And yeah, he's still at the range of making a bunch of money. But yeah, Isaiah Katoa, 3.6% owned. Well done for that 53 points. Marshall King, don't really want to look at him for another option, a midi option for the hookers, because he's just a bit too expensive. Attikin surprisingly got that 70 minutes, 60 to 70 minutes roll. So yeah, don't really think he's gonna have that for a long term. But Fanua Pole, that lock position, all the Tigers just look very, very good at offloads. So Caesar stepped up a bit while Garrick was gone. So, but not enough. Isaiah Papali'i, 700k, not really fantasy relevant. Tabuafido, sell him now. He looks like he's at his peak. But don't quote me on that, because I've been renowned to make some bad decisions. So, Avarillo, pretty good. Seyfarth playing that lock, so playing in the mid, so yeah. Appy needs Garvin, man. A lot of these Tigers need Garvin. Bromwich scored that try as well for that support run. Good support. Farnworth, man. Don't really get to see a lot of him now that he left. Flegler, he's injured, but he's made a whole bunch of money, so flick him out of here. Maybe for like a Utuakamanu, if you have the money. Buller. Fatape, 2 tries. 2 tries and 29 points. Damn. That's crazy. Olam, a lot of people thought he was going to step up, but without Garrick again. Without Galvin. Yeah. Finu. Both the Finu brothers are injured, which is bad news. Scott Drinkwater. 81 points. This is what stopped me up in most of my head-to-head matches, because they all have Scott Drinkwater. And I had James Tedesco. So Scott Drinkwater just looks pretty dangerous out there. Looking at between him and Ponga. I know a lot of people are with James Tedesco, so looking between him and Ponga, so I think I'm going to go with the cheap option, Ponga. Just because Ponga also has that 80 in him. Reece Robson, 78, looked really hard working, and he scored that magnificent forward pass try. Valentine Holmes keeps on pumping out these good scores. Can't really buy him now. Too expensive. Campbell pumped out a good score. He looked pretty good at the end of that. At the end of the game. Fafita though, he needs to step up. He has been pretty trash lately, and he should have stepped up for his team, but just wasn't there. Cora got that massive line break. Khalees Haas, apparently they just want to get E. Clark out of there and put Khalees Haas in there. It's just for no reason. Chad Townsend is going to be suspended. He's gone. Tanner Boyd, I really notice him out there. AJ Brimson though, you notice him out there, but he just, that's good for him. AJ Brimson though, you notice him, but E. Clark, 36 points for 42 minutes, which is absolutely incredible. No missed tackles. Looks like he's absolutely penetrating runs. Mo Fedeweka injured, so that might mean E. Clark gets another chance at that lock position. So Joseph Fida doesn't touch the ball enough. Kulikefu Finefoyaki. I don't understand how they're still making a whole bunch of money. Saipahulu. First game looked pretty tough, looked pretty strong from the hometown Ipswich, baby. But yeah, he looks like he could be pretty solid out there in the next couple of games. Yeah, that's really the second last game. This last game, this is one of the good games. So Matt Timokor, 87. I don't know how he scored more than Xavier Savage, but maybe because he got 2 tries. But yeah, Jermaine Hopgood never passes to Blaze, man. Always just dummies little passes to the short ball. But a lot of missed points here, as you can see. Penalties, offloads, errors, missed tackles. Morgan Smithy's carved up. I'm going to be holding him this week. Lower break even. Could get another 80 minutes. Xavier Savage, let's look at the ownership here. 5.8% now. I think it was around that 9 to 10%. Xavier Savage, 6%. Could pick him up if you really want to. Tarpane, he's lost a whole bunch of money, so could probably expect him getting over that 730k again. DB, very poor games from the Eels fans. For the Eels fans. Schiller, bunch of line breaks, bunch of tackle breaks, but still only manages to pump out a 48. So yeah, Simonson filled into that center. 8 minutes, 46. Ethan Strange could have scored 2 more tries, but he just never got the ball, man. Yeah, he's starting to get the ball. Maybe Blaise Talangi has, where is he at? Maybe Blaise Talangi has the Ethan Strange effect. They don't pass him the ball for a lot of the games, and then he just starts building up, getting the ball. But hopefully he starts getting the ball before round 12 when the bro's back. Mitch Moses. 20 points from Gutho. Got to hold him now, man, unfortunately. But he could still pump out a big score. Simi Sasagi. On debut, so played pretty good. Danny Levi somehow only got 31 despite making a whole bunch of tackles, and don't really notice him making those missed tackles. So Rapana, he's injured, man. Might have to move him off for like a Gutho. And yeah, Tuolangi got no minutes, surprisingly, maybe because of his injury last week, but yeah. And that's it, my fantasy people. Without further ado, later Crasher Crew.